Welcome back to Stationeers. This is Europa. So right now we have a storm going on. Yep. But no worries, our food is continuing to grow. And then being put in through the centrifuge and the, get over here, the composter to give us the fertilizer, to give us the charcoal, to get us hydrogen, which will then get us water. So yes. Now let me get my suit on. I'll check my stats. Not too bad. Pretty good. How's my food? Yeah, food and water is good. Do have a little bit of food. Baked potatoes. And I have a little bit of potatoes stored in the oven. Just 43, so I'm not too worried about food for the moment. I am trying to get this. The soybean finally did grow. Now I'm just waiting for it to just go to seed, because it's, yes. And yeah, still getting our fertilizer. Still making plenty of taters. How is our water? We got all the 23 liters in there, plus whatever's in the pipe. And 93 liters in the tank. Not bad. Okay. Now, I did find that I had to temper... Oops. I had to forget to close my face. And so what I did find, yes, was that I was, well, kind of running low on, you'd think, oh, you're running low on power. Well, no. The Stirling engine, definitely works. It worked too well. In fact, I kept relying on the Stirling engine, and the Stirling engine would keep the batteries topped up, or at least 3/4 of the way, as we had it set in the chip. The solid generator would never come on because the batteries would never get that low. However, a byproduct of that was that it took out a fair amount of heat. Yes. And it didn't matter how quickly I made the water, it kept pulling heat out of here. And in fact, the only way I was able to get the heat back up was to, well, notice this tank's not there? Yeah, let me show you what I had to do. I had to print up another connector so I could, yes, use some of my precious fuel to, instead of make water, to pump directly into the furnace. Now, I needed to do that because of the massive amounts of steel that I needed. And I needed steel to, well, steel and iron. Floating in the air. I needed the steel to print up Harveys, and I needed the iron to print up trays. And, oh, and shoes. Yes. Now, I have made enough fertilizer to fill all of these trays with said fertilizer. But yeah, this is quite a few Harveys I had to print up. And I'm still trying to print Harveys up to do the same thing over here. But, yes, I'm still lacking some resources. Oh, there's some extra fertilizer there. But I'm slowly, you know, getting things ready to keep going. Yes, now it is a little warm in here. And what I have been doing to mitigate that, which is also depleting my reserves of carbon dioxide and nitrogen, is every now and again put these radiators on. In fact, I can usually leave this one-way valve open, and it will still slowly get down to temperature. Yeah. Go turn the filtration unit on over here to keep this line topped up. Yes. Now, inefficient? Absolutely. But this is where the majority of my CO2 and nitrogen are. So that's just the way it's going to have to be. Now, we go downstairs. Oh, and I've tried a few times to get trade not working, because it already technically works. It's just none of the traders want to have vegetables or seeds on them, which is a shame. Trying to get the water over to there, but before I connect anything, I want to be able to get the rest of it set up with the Harveys in the trays. Now, out. Oops. Yeah. Let's get some oxygen in there, shall we? Those are... yeah, they're okay. They're okay. So that will slowly go up. I may have to coax it a little bit. Yes. But it'll work. Yeah, fuel's not that great. Actually, O2 isn't all that great either, which is ironic since I do have an unlimited supply of O2. It's just not warm. But oh well. I'll figure it out. How are we doing for water? We are still making water. I could probably make more water, but I would have to expand that out a little bit and put up a few more burners. But yeah, the problem with that is if I put up more burners, it's gonna, well, burn through my fuel faster. So yeah. Now, to be perfectly honest, though, I've got plenty of water. I'm almost tempted to turn this off for a bit. I'll still be able to grow plenty of plants to make up for the lack of volatiles. And, of course, the plants are going to give off the O2, which is captured into here. I may have to do that. Then I can utilize my fuel, since I'm not really generating the heat. Yes, I can use the fuel to... yeah, I'm hotter in the line than I am in down here. Use the fuel directly for the furnace like I have been doing. Yeah, you are just being a pain, aren't you? Well, you're trying to... yes, you're trying to do that. Right. Just prime the pump a little bit more, as it were. Yes, you do your thing, and I will adjust this up to, oh, 50-50. I should allow this to run for a wee little bit. Yes. Right, so that's doing its thing. Now, what I may have to end up doing with the trade is pulling this up and redesigning it to, well, be a lot bigger. To get the 7x7s and the 9x9s and the runways and yeah. But for now, I'm not going to worry about it too much. I still have the soybeans and the wheat that I can grow. But until I can get that going, I'm not going to worry too much about the soybeans because they take forever to grow. So in the meantime, since I have the Stirling engine disconnected, what I have going instead is, well, I'm burning coal is what I'm doing. And the reason why I'm burning coal is because I don't need the coal. All of this coal, I should say all of this coal, and all of this coal, and all of this coal, that's come from my drills. I have not had to mine for coal since I first got here. And I haven't been using the coal for steel. I've been using all of this charcoal that has been made in the garden. And I still have more charcoal over there. So, yes. Yeah. 450... So basically three of these 150 ingots of iron with one full stack of 200 of charcoal gets me a fair amount of steel. So if you're on a planet that doesn't have any coal, it's charcoal's the way to go to get your steel. Now, as far as energy production in the solid generator, charcoal is really, how shall I put this nicely? It sucks. Coal is much better as far as energy density per unit, and the holy grail would obviously be solid fuel ingot, which utilizes the coal, and you can make that in the furnace if you have just straight volatiles in there. I think it's megapascal, and I forget what the temperature is. Let me look that up. Let's see, solid fuel. So you've got to be between 950 Kelvin on up and 1 megapascal to 100 megapascals. Well, we don't have anything that can go that high in pressure, but if you have at least 1 megapascal at 950 Kelvin of pure hydrogen with degassed coal, yeah, you can make yourself some solid fuel, and that is extremely energy dense per unit. But you have to have enough hydrogen at the proper temperature and pressure, and you have to make sure you degas your coal. Otherwise, you put your coal in there, and it off-gasses various things, contaminates the fuel mix, which is, again, just straight volatiles. And yeah, and it does consume the volatiles when it makes the hydrocarbon tablet. So you got to have a lot of hydrogen that are volatiles that you have access to. Right, and ironically enough, I'm out of electrum again. Yeah, the Harveys, they take a lot of electrum and a lot of steel. Steel's no problem. I've got a lot of iron. I can make a lot of steel. I cannot make a lot of electrum because I don't have a lot of gold and I don't have a lot of silver. Yes. Got plenty of cobalt, which I keep getting, along with uranium, which I can do absolutely nothing with. So, that is the current state of affairs at the moment. Yes, currently at the moment. How do I have in here? 500 steel. Yep. 400. I've got lots of iron, lots of steel. That, well, the steel, obviously, I smelted. The iron that's in there, and the gold, the silver, the nickel, the lead. I reclaimed some Constantine from, I think, some medium filters that I had. Yeah, but all of the silicon, this is not silicone. All that is from the dirty ore out of those drills. I did have to go mining for the iron that is making up these ingots over here, but yeah, you do what you gotta do. But I'm trying to limit the amount of times I go out and about to do mining. Especially if I don't have the heat to smelt everything with. Yes. What are you doing? You're back up to temperature. Now I'm volatile rich in here, which is not a bad thing. It's just now I need to get some more oxidizer in there. Could pump the atmosphere into it. That's kind of defeating the purpose if it's already if it's this cold. Ideally, what I may have to end up doing is redesigning this little fill station over here. Instead of filling it up with just the hydrogen, I have this room over here. Maybe I take some of the oxygen. It won't look pretty. Just jump over, get into the fuel mixer, and actually have the fuel tank be a fuel tank. That's a thought. Well, that's the case. Yes. That actually might be the thing to do. Well, you're not doing me any good over here, so let me get you put back over by the furnace. Get out of there. Come on. Yep, too far. Get over there. Right. Oh, and the this valve works beautifully. I've had to empty this twice. And actually I should have left it full just to show you what it looks like when it's completely full, but I'm just going to go ahead and leave that valve closed and just let this thing fill back up. But yeah, it works. It works. How's the centrifuge doing? Okay. Not too bad. Nope, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to see what is in the line. Okay, 1.64 megapascals. I think we can go ahead and get transferred over. Yes. Yeah, that'll do. That will do. And you're still maintaining your cool over here. Yep. Well, let's check on this over here. It's getting closer. Now, once this gets cold enough, the CO2 in there will start to condense, and I do have that drain in there, so all that cold liquid will start exiting out the drain and evaporating and cooling it down. theoretically. At least that's the idea. Now, eventually, I will get a proper cooling system in here that will just exchange the heat from the outside atmosphere versus what's inside here. But since I am in the process of trying to fill the volume up in here with some pressurized gas, I figured this was the better way to deal with this. It does like to take its sweet time, though, getting cold. We've got a ways to go before we start even considering putting any plants in. Yes. That reminds me. Let's come over here. So that's just a single space in between there. I decided to go ahead and put these facing each other. It makes it a little cramped when you're trying to put the seeds in, but that's okay. That'll just have to be a once in a while kind of a thing. Once I get these operational, what I'm thinking is to plant the harder crops in here, soybeans to be particular, because it's going to take a while, and they're both gonna, both sides, sets of Harveys I should say, all of it's going to come down here and probably deposit into, you know, a sorter would make the most sense. So have a sorter here going into then a couple of stackers. One would stack the vegetable, the actual produce, and the other side would stack the seeds and then pop them out. So it's easier to pick up the seeds in a full stack and just continue to pop them back into the Harveys. Right. And then do basically the same thing over here. Heh. Get rid of that. There we go. Better. I don't have any other little specks of Europa in here, do I? I have to check the floor. Uh-oh. Now I'm gonna focus on this instead of actually getting anything else done. I also need to think about where I'm going to put lights, because it's pretty dark in here without lights on. Yes. So that's going to take some more resources, and oh, we need a lot more copper for the cabling too. Yep, that's going to be a thing. Right. Well, let's get some
hydration critical.
And of course, hydration is critical. We started. That's not the right thing. There we go. Oh, and we're already down to 31.7 in here from the 34 that we had before. So yes. Yes. Well, we'll just let that continue to do its thing. And we'll go ahead and take care of this. So, let's see, we need a junction. And now I want the junction. If I can hit the right keys, that would be great. There we go. That's what I want. Now, what I'm thinking, I may replicate a little kitchen area here. And again, maybe I will leave this section completely for the atmospherics that I tend to have set up. Because I want to have a reserve of all the three most important gases, which are going to be oxygen, CO2, and nitrogen. So that might... Yeah, it's probably best just to leave this as far as that's concerned. I can always put the kitchen up above on the next level. Now, over here, what I'm thinking of... Oh, found another one. Nope. Thank you. Over here, what I was going to do was print out some new printers and put them along here. That way I don't have to keep going back and forth from building to building to do anything. I can stay in this nice little cozy, small little cottage that I have set up here to do everything I need to do and just have a backup back over there. Now what I may end up doing is taking the upgrade modules off of those printers and putting them over here just so I can save on resources. But we'll see. We'll see. Right. Okay. Well, we'll put those... Nope. Those back. Let's see. I would like to get it around or about 20 degrees in here. I don't want to walk away from that. So what I'm probably going to do is just pull those radiators off. And put them there. Close that up and...
Power low.
Power's low. Well, don't worry, I'm going inside the greenhouse. And there we go. See, you got power, no big deal. Now, right, how we doing? Oh, we got some more poop and a lot more seeds, which, yes, I've been harvesting seeds like crazy. Oh, speaking of which, have you gone to... No, you're still trying to seed. Alright. You're going to seed, you're going to seed. Seed. Ah, seed. Now, I have been trying to save on the use of the fertilizer for me just growing food. And so far, that seems to work out just fine. I have definitely gotten better at growing all of this stuff. Okay, still going to seed. Ah, another one that has seeded. Still trying to seed. Still trying to seed. Still trying to seed. Yeah, that's okay. Replant you and over here. I knew that. Yeah, you too. Okay. Right. Okay. And we'll pick up the fertilizer and okay, more. That's fine. Oh, yes. Pick up all these seeds too. Right. Okay. I love how everything's working all on its own. Now, I have had to turn this off because what was happening was... even though I have the cooler over here, bringing in... That's not what I wanted. I wanted this. Bringing in relatively cool O2. This just kept getting warm, and... Well... Apparently, this was reclaiming oxygen faster than the plants could produce or the cooler could shove in. So, yeah, that's the thing. I may have overdone it with the CO2 and nitrogen, but, well, you can understand my concern when the plants started to, well, expire. I wanted to make sure that things were going to properly be feeding plants with the correct gases. Okay, that's all done, that's all done. Now, once we get the garden set up over in that building, I'll probably change the code over here so it doesn't require the fertilizer. I'd just rather deal with the fertilizer over there. But that's all going to be dependent upon how badly I need to make volatiles. So if I have I mean, right now I have quite the reserve of water, but once I get all that over there growing, I may be back in a position where, yeah, I might be hurting for fuel to make the water. Now, the only benefit would be that if I have enough volatiles over, not volatile, enough produce over there being made, all I need to do is just fill up my backpack, come over here, and start chucking things into here. Now, the reason I say over here is if I have enough fertilizer to keep everything over there fertilized, and maybe even over here as well, I'll probably have an abundance of nitrogen. Again, I don't know, because I do plan on expanding the soybean production. You really need a seed. And if I could do that, I might be using up my nitrogen quite a bit. But we'll see. Right now, I'm doing okay for nitrogen. Carbon dioxide, on the other hand, well, we'll see about that too. I've got a load of it over there in the furnace. I really would like to have some mushrooms. If I had mushrooms, I could expand mushrooms like you wouldn't believe. Get biomass, create CO2, which would then feed into the other plants. But the traders aren't cooperating. Oh. Not gonna worry about that too much. Let me get some food. Get the food. Get the food. And some water. Here. How are you doing? Okay, you've stabilized, which is fine. You're topped up, so let me go ahead and turn you off. How are you doing? 762, 762. Well, okay. Go downstairs and check the water. Again. Alright, you're doing your thing. Okay, you're getting warmer, that's good. Yeah, 758 is still not warmer than outside, but that's okay. And you are trying to pressurize. Yeah, let me turn you guys off again. I can turn you off. And double check those are closed. Yep. Don't want these getting too cold. Otherwise they will liquefy. And there are no drains on these. Yes. So I have a decent amount of CO2 here, and definitely a decent amount of nitrogen there. So, yeah. We're not really hurting for things. We're hurting for the rate at which things are getting produced. That's what we're hurting. Now, oxygen I can easily take care of. Just slap down an active vent. Pull in what I need into... You know, that might not be a bad idea. That might not be a bad idea at that. Okay. Okay. I mean, it's silly. I never claimed I wasn't silly. Now the question is, do I have a spare active vent I can use? I don't think I do. And if I don't, do I borrow one or do I make one? That's a passive vent. That's not what we want. Ew. Could borrow one. Yes. I think I will borrow one. That way, I won't have to worry about it. Probably need some insulated pipe. Which, oh, I have insulated pipe on my pipe that did. Okay, I'll go out this other door. Perhaps if you check your inventory before you say you need to go get some. But I'll probably forget. That's what I do. Alright, so let's just... No, that's not... Atmo. Want to double check that's the correct line I want to put this into. So we'll do that. And get insulated pipe and a wrench. Do that. And we'll get cable and cable cutters. And we'll do that. So now, let me get the Atmo analyzer handy. No, yes. We have to be careful not to get that too cold. I want plenty of O2 to be in there, so there's no problems of running out. That'll do for a start. Now that will start to warm up because of the heat exchanger here. That'll be fine. Plus, we're still going to be getting, well, once I turn that back on, we'll be getting, like 26, 27 degree oxygen put into here. That'll help warm that up as well. Worst comes to worst, you could always put a pipe heater on there, because we know that works. Right. Now, you're still doing that because you're not getting any colder. And I have not turned that regulator on. So once I turn the regulator on, the cold air will be pulled out, and then the pressure from the other side of that one-way valve will make it so the hot super hot gas comes in and immediately starts warming that up. Well, that's okay. Now, I have this set to 50 kilopascals. And we're getting close. But this is only this level, this floor that's being pressurized. They still got 3 more floors that I need to put basically this volume into. So, yeah. I also need to think about the elevator that I want. That's going to be a thing. Right, and I also need to think about how am I going to cool this place down. Now, I have some thoughts. I could run a line of insulated pipe through here. That would interfere with the water. And that would interfere with this. So right now, I'm getting all of my CO2 and nitrogen through this line here. Now, once I have the whole thingamabob completely pressurized, I can extend this line of gas pipes over to here. Maybe I can temporarily put a gas tank somewhere over here along, I don't know. Maybe. Could put a tank right here. Put the atmospherics units to filter what is in there. May have to do that. May have to do that. So I definitely want to have an excess of CO2 and nitrogen. I'm not too worried about the oxygen because the plants will be giving off oxygen regularly. Unless I can get some mushrooms. If I can get some mushrooms, then I may not even have to pump in much CO2. Now, the nitrogen, yeah, but ideally, what would be nice to do, and I have an idea, is to, instead of having a single line come in, have multiple lines come in. But it's a little crowded in the airlock. I don't want to go through a frame because if a pipe bursts inside the frame for whatever reason, then you have to take the whole frame out to repair it, and it's hard to find, and it's not a good idea. However, I do have access through here. If I don't put a shelf up and I don't run power back through here, which I don't need to because I already have power down there, that means I can have 1, 2, 3, I could have 5 lines coming in. And I don't need 5 lines. Technically, I would only need 2. Nitrogen, carbon dioxide. Now, I could go ahead and run a line of oxygen that is breathable temperature. Could do that. I also see no reason why I couldn't branch off of here for water. That's a thought too. Instead of doing it up above, have it down here. That's a possibility. Yes. Could also make it a little bit tidier up top. Especially, yes. And I might actually be able to reclaim this pipe and get, well, not all the way, but I can get a fair amount of the way over here. Still need some pipe, but how are we doing on filters? You're probably, yeah. How are you doing? Yeah, you're doing. It's getting nice and cold. That is still very, very cold, but that's a lot more mass, so that's gonna chill down a lot quicker. That's okay. That's okay. Still condensing. Oh, you're nowhere near in 1 minute. Yeah. We're really low pressure, so okay, you're getting up. If I open you now, that drops that down. But you're hotter than that, so that should start heating up. Yes, and it is. It's heating up. Quite nicely, in fact. Okay. Well, you carry on. You carry on. How are you doing? You're getting up there again. Okay. We'll slap down the radiators again. Because I can always warm it up in there. It's going to be harder to get it cooler. Well, I say harder. It's not going to be that much harder. Now, what I could do, once I get enough pressure in here, at the very least, once I get enough pressure for the first floor to be able to properly grow plants and whatnot, I could. This will be gone because I do plan on having the water come in through the basement. But this could be my main coolant line that's outside. So, yeah. Yes. Let's go ahead and have the main coolant line come inside. Obviously, wouldn't have a drain on it. But it would come inside. This wouldn't be here. If I have the water coming up from the basement, all of this for the liquid line isn't going to be here. Yes, in fact, I could go ahead and reroute the water line up and over the airlock to get over back to here. Probably will do that just to get it up off the floor. But anyway, I can go ahead and have the oxygen coolant line come over to here, get inside, and go up this shaft. Because this is going to be basically an open shaft where all the wiring is going to come down. I can just go ahead and run a line up and then have to fit probably on this side, just like up here, have a heat exchanger, you know, basically have the regular cooling setup I do on the atmospherics unit. Just have something similar here, and it'll open and close a valve just to regulate the temperature. That, I think, would make a lot of sense. And since these frames are going to be taken out, I'll still have access if I need to. What I could probably do is replace one of these panels with a door, just a regular door, one of those manual hatches. That way I have an emergency access to the shaft. So yeah, even if power was completely kaput, And I mean, the base was completely devoid of power, even with the power controls. If everything was down, I would still have a complete manual way to get to the different levels. Now, granted, I better have a full jetpack, but I don't think that's going to be a problem. And another thing I need to think about is, where am I going to put batteries? Now, I should have room here. Should. Could put batteries on both sides. Could just move the transformers out closer to the edge where the elevator would be. That would be fine. I could do the same thing over here. Still have plenty of room to walk around. Yeah, I could see myself doing that. We'll see. We'll see. Atmospheric shields. We were talking about those. Let's go ahead and get those placed then. Yeah, I think about there would be sufficient. Still plenty of room to walk back and forth here. Sure. Put another one there. That will be able to filter anything coming in from another tank. Which I probably won't put here. What I could do... I've got stuff coming up from the basement. Yes. So, I have a total of 5. I could have water, 3 of the filtered gases, and then 1 that has mixed gas in it. Mixed gas could be down here, go into a trunk line to go through the filtration. And that could also tie into a tank. And at any point, I could just basically have either a one-way valve or more than likely a volume pump to transfer from wherever the origin is to over here. Right. And similar thing for the filtered gases. I can come over, do some shenanigans, come over the top, have it separated via either a one-way valve or probably a volume pump, just to keep everything separate. Yeah. We could do that. We can do that. Yeah, let's do some mundane stuff. Because why not? The D screwdriver. Right, well, let's see. We'll need one more filtration unit there. We'll need to think about what we're going to do as far as, well, let's see. And you're going to need some more valves, right? I don't have any. I've got 1 digital valve. Okay. Well, then I can get the proof of concept up and running. Yes. Yes. That's what we'll do. Okay. Well, let's see. We'll take all these pipes and get the thing actually ready to do its deal. So... Right. Go along there. Right, so we'll want the digital valve to be there. Have that. Make the digital valve. Yeah, let's have the power going down that way. So that's going to be the cold outside O2. That's going to be the digital valve. And we will have... Ah, perfect. We can tie it directly to the airlock. Yes. That will work. And it doesn't need to be insulated pipe on this end because it's going to basically just tie into the room atmosphere. Now, I don't have... I'm going to need more of regular pipe. Might as well just leave all the cable here. Right. Okay. How are you doing? Mouse analyzer. Yeah. Cool. It's slowly getting there. Emphasis on the slowly, but it's slowly getting there. Okay, I think what I'm going to do, though, is just let that do its thing. It's going to take a while. Now, let's see. If I were to turn you on, you'll go until you reach up an upper limit, then it'll shut off before these get completely... Now, I'll show you how I did that. I did have to change the code a wee little bit. Turn you off. There's no reason to have you on. Oh, there's no reason to have you on. Right. Put you on the floor. Pull you out. Put you in. Import you. Put you back. So I commented out what I had before of when it was less than low power, turn the Stirling engine on, and then if it was less than emergency power, turn the solid generator on. What I went ahead and done is...
Hydration critical.
Hydration's critical. When we check for emergency power first, so if we get down to 25%, if we're less than that, we turn the generators on. And I just went ahead and batch wrote the Stirling engine as well as the solid generator, both to be turned on, and that would jump back to the start. And that would go and go and go until it reached low power, which is at 70%, in which case the generators are then turned off. So it's going to turn on everything when it gets down to 25, and instead of reaching a certain point in, before here, what would happen is the Stirling engine would turn on, it would get up above, and then turn off. Turn on, turn off, turn on, turn off, turn off, turn on. It's not very efficient. This way, it's going to have to reach all the way down to emergency power, then kick on, and have to get all the way back up to 70% to kick off. Now, one of the advantages of that is going to be if it's down near 25 and a storm hits, well, then that's great, because then the storm is going to fill the batteries all the way to the tippy top, 100%. And it's not going to take that long, to be perfectly honest. In fact, I really need to get an advanced furnace up and get the super alloy so I can get the big batteries. Oh, okay. All right. All right, that's it. I'm going to do it. Now, I have already printed up an advanced furnace. I just haven't figured out where to put it, but I think I know. I think I know exactly where I need to put it. Yep, it's right there. I've gone ahead and printed it out. I was just debating on what to do. Have you seeded yet? Good Lord, you're still... You've seeded. You've seeded. Okay, you're still doing your thing. You've gone to seed. Right. Here. Have one. Yes, sir. You're still trying to seed. Go there. Oh, yeah. Here, have another tater. Don't run into the poop. And you go there. Okay, you're topped off. Right. Well, I am getting quite the collection of seeds. That's a good thing. Pick you up. Put you there. Right, I should probably get a drink of water. Cycle that to the inside. How's my battery doing? I could use a battery.
Oxygen low.
Oh.
Oxygen critical.
Yeah, okay, I got it.
Low pressure.
I got it. I'm thinking. Because of the nice and warm temperatures that this can get up to when it feels like it, more importantly, those temperatures, yeah, I'm thinking of clearing out a little bit of here and putting the advanced furnace down here. Now, what I may end up doing is not have the gases directly connected to the advanced furnace. What I may end up doing is extending this line out, putting a heat exchanger on it, and have the heat in there go ahead and heat up a tank of stored gas here, and just have a logic chip say, okay, is the temperature in the pipe warmer than the temperature in the tank? If it is, open up a digital valve, get the hotter gas, get the heat from there, put it into here. If this is going to be hotter than what that is, turn that valve off so as the heat doesn't get bled back into the pipe over there. That should work. That should maintain this to be quite hot. And then that can get piped into the advanced furnace, which will probably be here. which is gonna have to be enclosed so as to stay relatively insulated. I think I'm gonna need to put down some more frames, but that's the plan. I think that's what we need to do. I might open this up a little bit, just so I can have the possibility of putting a second burner there. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to do that as well. I've got the sheets. Do I have the frames? I may have the frames up there. Let me check these filters, because filters are doing their filtery thing. That's not the Atmo analyzer. That is. Because see, the temperature here fluctuates quite a bit depending upon what the fuel is doing, what the fuel ratio and level is, as well as how efficient these filtration units are able to get this below 3 megapascals. Now that temperature should be rising, and it kind of technically is not, because that's not able to keep up. It wants to keep up, but still 1200 degrees Celsius, that's going to be more than hot enough for that over there, for the advanced furnace. Now, having said that, I should probably finalize where I want the furnace. I'm thinking right there. Yes, what do I need for said construction? I need 1 electronic parts. Okay, I can do that. I know I have electronic parts running around here somewhere. But I need an insulated tank. I'm going to need some walls. And how are you doing? Still chugging along? Yes. How are my filters doing? Yeah, filters are okay. Ah, frames. Take you. I'll take the walls. I'll take those steel sheets. I'll take the glass. I will take you. I don't have enough room. Here. Put you there. Yes, I'll take you as well. And yeah, I didn't grab the electronic parts. That's fine. That's okay. That's okay. So. Need the wrench. So we extend you out to here. I could have the access to the tank either on the back side or on the side. Doesn't really matter. I use up the same amount of pipes. But that would help tell me where I want the heat exchanger. I want to be able to walk around here. Let's see how... Okay, so if we had that like so, still be able to walk around, no problem. Okay, that's what we'll do. don't have a tank connected to there. So what I'll need to do is have a pipe analyzer. That will tell... Yeah. So the pipe analyzer will be able to compare what the temperature is in this pipe versus what the tank is. Right. So if we do this like so... No, we don't want to do that. So we need... Gonna need the valve. So valve can go right there. Pipe analyzer there. That'll tie in. Oh, had it right the first time. That'll go there. Right. Okay. Let's get some frames put down. This. Yeah, we got the frames, we might as well use them, right? Right. Okay. Sure. Why not? Go ahead and get them welded up. These I'll just do first stage. That goes second stage. That can stay open. That can stay open. Wait, that can stay open as well. Because this is going to be the hot box here. Ah, that's got to get welded. Right. Right. Let's see now. Gonna need a vent. Okay, nothing can go there. That can go there. It'd be nice to get this completely welded up so I know exactly where the ports are, because... Okay, so the bottom should be open. That's where the liquid port is, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that's liquid down there. I don't intend on having any liquids. Should never get that cold. Right, so that is going to be the input. That is going to be the output. Right. So all of that can tie into there. Right, so we have that there. Passive vent will be there. Oh. Okay, let's have this come out this way then. I need to put down the tank so I know where the cable can go. Need a pipe analyzer. Need two passive vents. Now, I thought I had a passive vent. I do have a passive vent in there. Okay. That's volume.
Hunger, caution.
I'm hungry. Well, then I guess I'll eat. I'll eat some more. And I'll take a quick swig of water. Right. Right. So, pipe analyzer. What do I need for an analyzer? Gold and electrum. I only have 1 unit of electrum in there, and I need 2 units of electrum. Well, I need to get myself some electrum. Okay. That's a problem. Right, well, in the meantime, I'm at a passive event. I could definitely use another passive event. Right. How about an insulated tank? Copper and silicon. Well, silicon I can do. And copper I can do. Maybe one of those. Right. Electronic parts. Electronic parts. Aha, electronic parts. Let's see. I don't need the frames. Frames can go there. I'll take the electronic parts. Let's go outside here and see if centrifuge has emptied itself. If so, great. You know, you might actually have emptied yourself. I'm not sure. I should have put a window over here. Well, let's assume for the moment that you have emptied yourself. Aha, it did empty. Perfect. Great, more nickel. Ooh, a little bit of silver. A lot more coal. Ooh, it's hot enough to get to steel if I wanted to. I think I may want to. Yeah, let's turn that off. Decent amount of iron. Okay. Turn you off. Those you know, actually could use some more steel. Here, hold on to some stuff. Yes. Yes. It wasn't hot enough to get to silicon. That's okay. It's degassed. That's all that matters. So, alright, charcoal, which means I need 4 stacks of you. The gold and the silver. What have we got going with the gold and silver? 18 and 16. Well, if I dial in M16, right, sure, get here. Actually, I'll put you in the solid fuel generator. Come on, come on, come on, come on. There you go. Charge up them batteries. You're still plenty warm, so let's go ahead and verify that you're empty. Yeah, you're empty and you're closed. Yeah. Put you in. Aha. That temperature's going down pretty hard. Well, that's okay. That's okay. Let's start getting that evacuating. And we'll put the hot gas back in to get the temperature up. Alright, so that's all the iron that needs to be put in. Okay. So what's the temperature? That's pretty low. So now if we put in the hot gas, get that above 900 Kelvin, we'll have ourselves 800 units of steel. Yeah, you can do it. Boom. Okay. So now, put this in first. So 16 silver, 16 gold. Well, this should be plenty. Now I'll get that below 2.4 megapascals, and that should give me 32 units of electrum. There we go. Okay. Leave all that open, leave that running, and yeah. Yes. Yes. Down back below we go. And what else do you need? Steel sheets. Well, I have steel sheets. And a screwdriver. No, that's not what I wanted. Get back in there. Screwdriver. Aha! We're done. Let's see. You close up. You can close up. Right, need power to go into. Oh, that'll be easy to do if I had the cable, which I don't because it's in the other building. But that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Right. And tank. Put tank there. You need to come out this way, don't you? Yes, you do. How about why did I put the screwdriver? I don't know. You do this. Right. And then go there. go there. One-way valve goes there and can open up. So now I need... Let's just do the window thin. And we'll just have it completely enclosed in windows. Because why not? It'll be fun. Right. Get the glass. And, oh yeah. Probably be a good idea to have some chutes come out of there, huh? So I can actually put things in and get things out. That's a thought. Yeah, you're completely enclosed. It's really, really cold in there. So it's going to be a little bit of a challenge to... Oh, I know what we could do. It's a bit cheeky, but it'll work. Yes, let me borrow you. We'll just fill that up with a little bit of oxygen. Should be more than sufficient. I mean, it's going to be very...
Power low.
Yes, power's low. It'll be cold, but that's okay. That's okay. Where are those sheets? Let me get these welded up so we can walk on them. Right. Yep. You there, put you there, put you there, and you, and nope. You. Oh, that's right. Trying to get the digital valve. So, you're almost kaput. How are you doing? Nope, that's not the right thing. You've gotten really cold again. 779. Right. So you're a little bit light on the volatiles. Right. Now let's flip you back up to there and see what that does for you. Actually, let's go to 80%. That nitrogen is taking up a fair amount of volume in there. Right. Digital valve. Digital valve. How are you doing? Keep on keeping on. Right. One. Oh, that's from the Stirling engine. You can stay there. Right. Let's pick you guys up. There's my electrum. Right. You go Right. Be a digital valve. Invar. Invar. Ooh, I need to make myself some more Invar and Constantine. Yeah, just one of those. I had a digital valve. I needed an analyzer, right? Yes, gold. Good. 2 units of gold. Wasn't that handy? Sure, I'll take that. Oh, I'm gonna need a housing and a chip. Because I don't have a housing or a chip. Well, isn't that fun? Let's get you turned on and see what we need for the housing. Good. Now, if I remember correctly, we're going to need 5 units of electrum. I have one in there. Need 4 more. No problem. Can do. Yes, put the Invar back up and, wow. Yes. Yes, indeed. Need one of those. And we'll need to pick up the, cable that's in the other building. Ish. I should probably get some water and food. And the battery. Yeah, should probably get a battery. Right. Come with me. Turn you off. You seated yet? Let's see. All right. No, you're out of seeds. That would be a reason for not planting is you don't have seeds. Well, luckily, got some seeds. So, yeah, go at it. What was I doing? I was closing my helmet, and I'm going to go downstairs. That's what I'm doing. Quickly. Right, so over here. Let's see. Actually, let's see. We want that analyzer like so, and we'll want the valve like so. And we didn't go get the cables like we said we were going to do because of reasons. Actually, I don't want the valve like that. I want the valve like that. Why? Why not? Right. Cables, cables, cables. Oh, before I start going too crazy. Too late. Oh, now you're starting to liquefy the nitrogen. I wonder. Oh, you're starting to. Oh, don't panic. You're starting to freeze the thing. Yeah, don't freeze the thing. Don't freeze the thing. Yes, don't freeze the CO2. Come on, CO2, warm up. Don't freeze. Anytime you want to not freeze no more. You know what? I'll turn the filtration on. That will bump up the pressure, which will then force in more hot gas. And yeah. Last thing I need is something to burst. Alright, what am I doing for... remember, I do have multiple tanks of this stuff. So... not doing horrible. Right. That should be more than enough to have bumped up the temperature a wee little bit in there. Okay. Turn you off. You're going to continue to do that. That's fine. Radiator's back there. Yeah. That could have been bad. That could have been very bad. How are we doing? Oh, 23 degrees. Alright, 24. Why is there a discrepancy between the tablet and the suit? Oh, now you're making a liar out of me. It just went to 24. Okay, anyway, we're gonna need this. Now, do I want the furnace on a different circuit? That's a good question. There's a good question. I don't think so. I don't think so. No, I think we'll be fine on the same circuit. The benefit of that is, I can use the computer to program the housing. That'd be, important. Right, so let's get this hooked up. Now, I don't really need to hook up the data on the furnace, but why not? It's there. Let's see, get that going there. Going like so. Now, glad I brought the other roll. Now, yeah, we'll do this. Cable cutters. And we'll disconnect you like so. Turn you on. You're doing that. Right, so let us say you are the, let's call furnace valve. Say furnace analyzer. You are the Furnace tank. Let's capitalize that T just for pleasantness. Right, and of course you're the furnace, because I don't need to tell you that you're a furnace, because you're a furnace. Right, what I do need, however, is to place this down. Now I could, well, that's a nice little place to put it. How about you're the furnace housing? I think that will be just fine. Let's go ahead and grab you so. Right. I need to check, just do that. 983 Kelvin. Okay. Not as hot as I would like you to be, but I would like you to be much hotter than that, but I think you'll get there eventually. Right. Now, the furnace housing. Let's clear you. Right. So, let's see now. Want the tank. We'll want the collet sensor. We will need the valve. Nope. Yep. Okay, what else would we need? I don't think we'll need anything else, because the sensor's going to tell us the temperature coming off of the water burner. Tank's going to tell us the temperature in the tank, and therefore close enough to what is in the pipe on the furnace side. And then we have the valve. Okay, that sounds good. Now we can define the temperature that we want. Because what I'm thinking is, we want to have a minimum temperature of, if it gets down to this temperature, do not open up. That way, let's say we have 950 Kelvin in the furnace, or in the furnace tank, and the water burner side gets down to, say, 700 or so. We definitely don't want the heat being taken away from the furnace tank and being put back into the water burner side. So, yeah, so we'll say min temp, and we'll figure out what that min temp is. Yeah, yeah, that'll work. So, what is... let's see. Maybe we'll do this instead. So, Astroloy is going to be... It's going to be 1,000. Okay. Inconel is actually going to be relatively cool. It's just high pressure. That's going to be a thing. You need to get high pressure into the advanced furnace. I'm tempted just to go mining, just to degas ores in the advanced furnace for it to do its thing. Although, it'll be interesting to find out how much pressure is generated once we start heating up that oxygen in that tank. But anyway, I just want to, let's do Waspaloy. Yeah, that's relatively low, but ooh, that's a lot of pressure. Stellite. Wowzers. That's spicy. Luckily not much pressure, but that's spicy. 1.8 kilokelvin. That's hot. Alright, Hastaloy is going to be relatively warm with relatively high pressure. So if we say 900 Kelvin is going to be the minimum. Yeah, let's do that. Let's say 900 is going to be the minimum. So if it's below 900 Kelvin, do not open the valve. Right. So start. We'll yield. Alright, we'll want to load into R0 from the sensor temperature. Want to load into R1. Too many spaces there. R1 from the tank temperature. Let's just use min alarm. We can always add in an alias to something and then put it in, but this is definitely going to be important. So probably the thing to do first is set less than. Min alarm is R1, nope, R0 from the burner side. Is it less than min temp? That's true. It's going to be a 1. We're going to have a problem. If it's 0, we're okay, and we can check for the next condition. Set less than. No, actually, we do need min temp. Okay. Call it min temp. It can be R11. So is. Get the cursor out of the way so I can see. Min temp. Is it going to be, is R1 less than R0? So is the tank less than the burner side? So if the tank is less than the burner side, this will be a 1. If the burner side is less than the minimum temperature, that'll be a 1. So in order for this to work, we want both of these to be 0. It's got to be above the minimum temperature, and this has to be... No, you know what we want to do? We want to set greater than. Is the tank... No, is the burner side warmer than the tank side? Because if the burner side is greater than this, that'll be a 1. So no, I was right the first time. I want to set less than R1. Am I confusing myself enough? Right. So, if we have, say, 1,000 degrees on the burner side, is it above the minimum temperature? Yes. So that's going to be a 1. Is the minimum... Is the variable... Is the tank hotter than the burner? So we want both of these to be true. We don't want the less than, we want the greater than. Is the sensor, is the burner side greater than the minimum temperature? Yes, that's a good thing. Is the tank? No. Is the burner side hotter than... Is the burner hotter than the tank? Yes. Good. Both 1. That means we open up the valve. So we can reuse R0 and say, hey, min alarm and min temp. So if these are both true, which they should be, then R0 will be true. If either one of them is false, then this will be false. So then we can save to the valve on. It will be on R0. Jump back to the start. All right. So just to verify that I'm not crazy, in this particular instance. And put that qualifier in. So we load the temperature from the sensor, the burner side. We load the temperature from the tank, furnace side. Is the burner greater than 900 Kelvin? Hopefully yes. If so, good. And I did put the chip in, right? Yes, I did put the chip in. So we are currently at 994, so that should work. Oh, you know, it'll be interesting. Okay, yeah, we'll do that. It's going to give an error. That's fine. We get to assign things. Once that gets below 900 Kelvin, that should turn off. That'll be a good test because it's going to suck a lot of the heat out of there, put in here, which is fine. So, the tank is going to be a ways from here. So that is furnace tank. Oh, furnace tank. Sensor is going to be furnace analyzer. Right, furnace analyzer. And then the valve is going to be the furnace valve. Nothing over here. Alright, reset that. See what happens. That turns on. That desperately is going to go down, which is fine initially. I'm just kind of curious how quickly that's heating up. Oh yeah, that's going to take a lot of juice. A lot of heat. Now, the only downside to this is it's not, it doesn't have a lot of mass. So we actually need to get a fair amount of mass in there. I'm wondering what we could do in that instance. Probably not a lot. It is going down. Yeah, okay, so this will be a good test. The only question is, I mean, yeah, it should go ahead and reach 900 Kelvin in there before it gets up to 900 Kelvin in here. Well, that's rapidly rising, isn't it? I just want to make sure that the lower limit part of the code works. Because that's going to be kind of critical. I think we're about to find out. Perfect. All right. So, that safety device is in place. That's going to continue to go up. Alright, so we will need to put some chutes on the in and out. We will need to gather some materials. Some ores, which means I have to go mining. Well, I'm going to have to go mining anyway, because I'm going to need a lot more electrum. A lot more. So, yeah, I might as well just figure on doing that. And might as well eat since I'm here. Have you gone and seeded yet? You're still trying to... I have potatoes that have seeded. Again. Come on. Right. At least you're working. Thank you, Harvey. All of the Harvey. Yes, doing a great job. Well, get my suit off so I can get rid of the stink. I think that'll be enough for today. Still got a long way to go to get that up and running. But we're getting closer. I have avoided any major problems, which is a good thing. We're doing great for the crops. We're doing pretty good for the fertilizer. We're getting that advanced furnace finally up and running. They're getting there anyway. Still need to do a few things, but yeah, we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. But yeah. Yeah. We're doing pretty good. I've got plenty of water, plenty of food, plenty of breathable atmosphere. So we're doing alright. Now we just need to get to plenty of the other stuff to be plentiful and everything will be plenty good. But until next time, thanks for watching. Stay safe. See ya.